You're lonely and you're looking for a boo. Can't figure it out, you don't know what to do. Nick can encourage you with his tips. Take a seat and talk to me. Talk to me, 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 baby. Talk to me, 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 baby.
So hey, this is Nick Raines with the Love Innovators, and this is the 5-minute drill. And today's topic, we're talking about how to have stimulating conversations doing face-to-face dating and also over the phone. Well, before I get started, there's always a good pickup line. There's nothing wrong with a good pickup line. I think everybody likes that. But we have to be careful with the pickup lines because the pickup line can be a high-low. You start the conversation on real high, and then if you don't have any good content, a good conversation to back that up or follow that up, then the conversation can easily fizzle out. So these are 5 tips to keep the conversation escalate. Tip number 1, stack conversations. Be able to transition from one topic to the next. Meaning that if you guys are sitting around both kind of scratching your head, you kind of ran out of things to say, always have the next topic in mind so you can kind of move forward so don't be a lot of dead space. So be able to stack conversations and transition into the next topic. Tip number 2, always be able to insert something that says, you know what, that's good, and that reminds me of a story. So now you become a great storyteller. People love stories because they listen for the introduction, they listen for the content, and then you can also leave them with a cliffhanger or follow up with like, wow, the ending of a story, and that's a good story. And people remember those stories. Tip number 3, make assumptions about them just based on what you already know. It's a little playful, little banter. So if you know someone used to run track, say, man, you used to run track, oh, okay, you probably can't even get off the blocks these days. Or, you know, they say they played ball or something like that, like, oh, you played ball back in the day? Well, that jump shot probably weak, or you probably can't even beat me. So that's just a little playful little thing, keep it real interesting, keep, you know, a little flirtatious. Also be willing to also be able to tell some jokes. A good person that could tell jokes, man, it's people still talking about jokes or funny things that happened like years ago. That means it's something to remember. So be able to have some funny jokes also in your tool belt. Tip number 4, one important skill is to really validate what they have to say. In a good conversation, people always want to know that they was understood and you know, you pretty much understand what they had to say. So a good way to validate someone and say, you know what, that's a great topic and you make a good point. And you don't have to say disagree with them always, but you could say something like, and you know, X, Y, Z, or you can say also you probably want to consider this. So that means that you didn't shoot down what they had to say, you validated what they had to say, but you also added to the conversation. Tip number 5, tell them something or teach them something. So be an authority on something. So that way they came to the date or they're on the phone a conversation of something they did not know and they left with some new knowledge. That's always something great as well. So that's also can help the conversation escalate, and that's make the conversation memorable, because at the end of the day, the way you get that phone call the next day or when you get that second date is to make a connection and also build that chemistry. So these are 5 tips to help you stimulate the conversation, have no more boring conversations. Hey, this has been Nick Raines with the 5-minute drill. Like and subscribe so you can get some more videos. Hey, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you.
Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk